9:10 here, Big 550 KTRS. Welcome back. We are broadcasting on KTRS Radio. Don't forget the radio app. You can find it on any of your phones or devices. We are broadcasting live via KTRS as well as KTRS.com. We're on TV at 11.2. Also, STLtoday.com. A couple weeks ago, I got a phone call from a friend of the show, Dick Weiss, who, longtime editor at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, called me up and said that he is showing some visiting Pakistani journalists around. Would I be interested in having them come on the show? I said, sure. Well, it turns out that Dick Weiss met them while he was working for a semester at the University of Oklahoma. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have said yes, since he is a Sooner, but otherwise, they are here as part of a State Department trip, sort of seeing how America is, works, and plays. So we'd like to welcome them to the Big 550 KTRS. Ahmad Yula, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Thank you.
Musharraf Zahor, welcome to Big 550 KTRS. And Nubat Malik, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
You got it. You guys have been in America how long?
Yeah, we came on 8th of this month. So first we spent a week in Oklahoma, Oklahoma University, and then we moved to Missouri, St. Louis. So from last Saturday we are here, and tomorrow we will leave for Washington, D.C.
What are your first impressions, spending a week or so here? What are your first impressions of America? What did you think you were going to find, and how is it different or the same from what you found?
Well, it has been a great trip. We have been to Oklahoma. We have been to.
It's not a great trip. You were in Oklahoma. It started off bad.
We like that because the topography.
So the worst first, I guess, right?
But it was really good because all of my colleagues, they like Oklahoma because of its topography, the beauty there, and the foremost, we learned a great deal there. We were in the Oklahoma University, so we had a lot of interaction with the academicians there.
They have classes in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know they went to class in Oklahoma.
These were very informal discussions.
Okay.
We shared our experiences in journalism, and they also, we came to learn about how journalism works in the United States. So it was great learning there. But here in St. Louis, then again, it was a new city for us.
Sure.
We were first time visiting this city. We found people there in Oklahoma as well as in St. Louis very well. They were very receptive. They were welcoming. It was really good in that sense.
Have you found anybody who has been less than receptive to you guys coming in?
Not so far.
Not so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but one thing I want to say about Oklahoma people, they are very great people. They are very caring people, like the way they are talking with us. So it's very friendly. So just I want to say, Oklahoma people love you so much.
All right. Now, coming to America, were you worried that you wouldn't be so well received?
No.
No?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I have been to U.S. in one of the previous programs that was International Visitors Leadership Program, but I, visited different cities. So I had a view that there is nothing, like this. I mean, people, once you are doing these are professional. Driven visits.
Yeah.
So you always learn in traveling.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
This was my.
Okay, so you guys are radio or television journalists in Pakistan?
We are radio broadcast journalists from radio and television.
And television.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. People in America think that all Pakistanis hate Americans. Or a large majority of Pakistanis dislike America. Mm-hmm. True? False?
No.
False.
Not a majority people hate America. There are some people, they don't like America because of some incident. Like if you're talking about the tribal area people, so because of drone attack, the people, they don't like America. They said that our innocent child and the people they killed in drone attacks. As far as if you're talking about the city people, those people who are living in cities, so like they have a mixed opinion. So they don't hate America. I mean, it's a rumor. Like the people, they think that everybody hate America. So it's not like that.
I would continue Ahmad's what Ahmad is saying. Like it's just as we have. I first time came to US. I didn't have any idea though it was professional, but still you are going to some new country. Like, it's all about perceptions. I don't think so. It's like majority of Pakistanis dislike America. I would say we met last night Pakistanis who are affluent, and they are doing their businesses here. Certainly, they have their families back in Pakistan. They have, they would be creating a good impression. They are affluent here. They are working. There is no problem. But it's just politics or political sort of things which actually come into play sometimes. Otherwise, it's not a problem.
We here in America have freedom of the press. How free is the press in Pakistan?
Nohbat?
Yeah, that's a difficult question which you threw up to me. There is a lot of private media now for the past decade or so, and we have seen a boom in the private television industry. We have seen a boom in the private radio stations. There are a lot of FM channels. People do a lot of things on those channels. There are news broadcasts, and I would say that there is some sort of freedom which we enjoy, but sometimes, yes, of course, there are things which stop us to promote the.
Is it? Do people come and tell you no, or do you say I can't say that or I will get into trouble? There's two different suppressions of the press. When the government says you can't say that, or your bosses say if you say that, or you yourself say, you know what, if I say that, I'll get fired. So I won't say this so I can say that later.
Yeah, there are pressures, there are suppressions of different kinds, but of course, and a lot of people are facing it. You want to say something?
Yeah. I think if you compare Pakistani media with the US media, so you should see Pakistani media in a different, with a different angle. Like, Pakistani media is, especially these news channels, they are, not much old, not very much, we are not very much experienced. It's just 1 decade before when we had, this mushroom growth of TV channels, news channels, especially.
I would say that since we are not that old, so there's a lack of professionalism, there's a lack of training, which sometimes curb, a lot of things. And otherwise, yes, there are some suppressions from the authorities. There are some suppressions from the media tycoons.
Yeah, one thing I want to say, like, especially in Pakistan, the state media, they are a bit bound. Like, actually, they have given the news of what the president or prime minister and other minister or especially the army say. So they give the priority to that kind of news. So they are a bit bound. But if you're talking about the private media, so they are not like that much. So because I know they sensitize the news and they give it to the audience, and that's why they catch the people, so they are watching them. But if we are talking about the private media and state media, so a large number of people still they are watching state media, because in our far-flung areas, our villages, so they don't have the cable access. That's why they are watching the state media.
How much do you guys pay attention to what's going on in America in terms of our presidential election?
I am paying a lot of attention.
Paying a lot of attention.
Yes.
in our media coverage, we do because international news chunk which we often take, and in that we cover, and we even sometimes, like, as hype is there is a hype in US, so we also take it alike. Sometimes if something like Mr. Trump is saying that is very much pertinent and relevant, so we would take it as a statement, and then we have sorts. We make packages over that.
When they say we want to ban all Muslims coming into the country, how did that go over in Pakistan?
Yeah, that's the main issue. Like, everybody after that statement, so in Pakistan, majority people, they don't like Trump, and they don't want Trump as a president. So everybody had, you can say, that Trump because of their statements.
I would say people were surprised when the statement came out, and everybody was shocked that, there is not a perception of that kind of conservatism or that kind of a thing which that speech of Trump's show. So that was a shock for everyone. On the media level, on the students level, like on everybody. So that was shocking.
So the reason why he said that is because he thinks, or his followers think, that every single Muslim is a terrorist, or the majority of them are terrorists, and therefore we can't let any of them in because some of them are going to come and blow up our buildings.
The thing we are talking about, the perceptions. So like you see, there is a perception that the democratic institutions in US, they are very mature and it's a pluralistic society. Like you absorb immigrants, you know, welcome them, and different communities who are living here. So this was the statement singling out somebody or one community, that was shocking. That's what Nukhbat is talking about.
And that I would like to add something here that I mean, as a media person myself, what I have observed for the past 5 years, America is doing a lot of, like, a great deal in Pakistan, like people-to-people contact. They are putting a lot of money. They're putting a lot of people to promote the music, the culture of the state, of the country. So I think, I mean, that kind of a perception coming out from somebody who is a presidential candidate was shocking for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
And one thing else, like if you are talking about Trump or some Americans, they're thinking that Muslim are terrorists. It's not true. We are not terrorists. We are affected of the terrorism. So I mean, if all the Muslim are terrorists, so we don't believe this.
We have people call up on this show who say, and I'm going to tell you what they say, and you can respond. They have said on this show, called up and said that Muslims, the religion is designed to kill everyone who's not a Muslim. Muslims are looking to kill Christians, and that we need to be afraid of them.
No, it's not.
What would you say to that person who would call?
It's not like that. It's not like that. That in our holy Quran, they even didn't a single word if you found that kill non-Muslims or something like that. So it's not true. It's the people think that the Muslim are thinking that killed everyone if they are not Muslim. And we have some clerics, like we don't like them, especially in Pakistan and Muslim countries. So we hate them because of their speeches. And some of them, they are in a few numbers. So, but majority number of Muslims said they don't think like that.
Can I add something
Yes.
to that person? I would say that yes, there is a bad side and there's a good side of everything, of everyone, and of every religion. There are extremism in in Islam. There is extremism in Christianity. We have examples of that. There is extremism of every kind, of every side, at every level, right? But blaming the majority of people, blaming the majority, blaming Pakistan just because we are an Islamic country, or we say that we were created in the name of Islam, I think that's not fair. That's not fair anymore,
Yeah.
you know, because we have examples of other people doing bad things to different kind of religions, different kind of people. So I would like to request that if you could change this perception, or if you could try and look, you know, in a broader term, I think you will find many other examples where Muslims were attacked, where Muslims were affected by different people from different religions, from different sects, from different societies. So I think, I mean, there has to be a change in everybody's thinking.
Yeah.
We should also it's not about the religion why you know, this extremism is growing. You see, in there are so many, lots of reasons of that. They range from social, political to economic reasons. So it's not especially the religion which is actually causing. There are so many extremist groups who are doing it for money. So they have their, there are some, the non-state actors who have their vested interests. So blaming, we can't blame some religion, but
It would be like blaming me for what Donald Trump said. Right?
Yes,
Right?
No, it's not like
absolutely
that.
right.
In every
Please don't do that.
in every religions there is extremists. If in Muslim community there are extremists, but in Jewish, in Christian, in Hindus, so they have all their extremists.
Ahmed Eula, Musar Zahor, and Nukbat Malik.
Yes.
All right. They are visiting Pakistani journalists on a State Department trip to St. Louis. We'll come back and talk with them some more. We got a break, and because we are a capitalist society, we got to tell you all about Harry's razors.